What's up guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you don't know who I am Liz, and I make lifestyle, minimalism, and vegan types of videos here on this channel. So if that sounds like something you would be interested in, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Today's video is a collaboration video with another YouTuber. Her channel name is Ashlynne Eaton, and I will put a little subscribe button right here so that you guys can go head over to her channel and check out her video. Ashlynne and I have decided to each do 10 things that you can declutter right now. So that's a total of 20 things that you can declutter. So if you've recently just started decluttering, or if you're a long time fan of decluttering and you've run out of ideas on things that you can declutter, hopefully our videos will give you some more ideas. So without making this intro too long, let's just hop into my 10 things. My first thing is excess sheets and blankets. This is going to be based on your preference, how many pairs of sheets, how many blankets that you want to keep. So I'm not going to give you like a number that you should have, but just it's an item that you could possibly declutter if you haven't yet. And the great thing about sheets and blankets, towels, any of that, it can all be donated to animal shelters, and they will always take your excess blankets because they're always in need of those for the animals to keep them warm, to use as like bedding and things like that. So it's a great way to dispose of those items as well. Number 2 is expired food or food that you don't like that you might have lying around in your fridge or your pantry area. I myself have been guilty of this. I've had a food item that I bought and I tried it out and I really just did not like it, but I kept it because I spent money on it and I was like, well, maybe I could find a way to eat this, but in reality I didn't like it and it was taking up space, and it ends up being in like the freezer for months and months and months. So yes, it was a waste of money, but you will learn from that and you're not going to buy it again. And you could possibly find a friend or someone who does like that item and try and give it to them instead of throwing it away. Number 3 is tiny sample products that you have hiding around in drawers or things like that. This could be anything from the free toothpaste and floss samples you get from the dentist. I no longer accept those things, actually. I just say, you know what, I don't need it, I'm good. And I haven't had any issues of them being like, no, here, you need it. But those toothpaste samples, one, are not that natural. They're not cruelty-free usually, and I personally prefer natural toothpaste, so I don't even use them. But if you're someone who uses them, obviously just use them up, but you could declutter them as well. Number 4 is your wallet. Now, for the most part, I keep my wallet pretty clean, but I did go through it and I found some old receipts I was holding on to, some old punch cards I really wasn't going to use, and some spare change floating around that I put in my change jar. Number 5 is magazines or catalogs that you've already read, but you're holding on to for some reason. I'm not subscribed to many magazines. I'm actually only subscribed to one magazine, and that is the Thrive magazine. It's a vegan, all vegan, vegetarian magazine. The subscription was a Christmas gift from my mom, and I have found that I'm holding on to the magazines, but mostly I'm holding on to them for recipes. So instead of holding on to the magazines, I've just taken photos of the recipes that I want to recreate, or you can even just tear out the pages of specific recipes and just keep those and just get rid of the magazines. Number 6 is old books that you're not going to reread. So these would be books that you know for a fact you're not going to reread, and you could potentially lend them to family members who might enjoy reading them, friends, or you can just donate them. 7 is birthday cards and holiday cards. I have a box of cards that I haven't gone through yet, but I plan on making a whole video on that. So what you can do is, if you have certain cards that are sentimental, I know I have cards that were written by family members that are no longer around, and it's like I want to keep those cards, you know, because they either wrote messages in them or whatnot. You can take photos of the cards and store them in a specific file on your computer, which brings me to my next topic, which is old files or photos on your computer that you no longer need. You can print the photos out and frame them, Or if they're old files, like I've gone on my computer and I'll find old files that have somehow like hidden on my computer of school projects that I don't even need anymore. Just go through and kind of delete the files that you don't need. It is a form of decluttering even though it's on your computer. Number 9 is cleaning products. If you're someone who enjoys having a cleaning product for every single surface, that's totally fine. But personally, I don't. I like to have maybe 1 or 2 cleaners and that's it. And I went through all my cleaning products and I got rid of pretty much all of them and kept just the bottles or the little spray nozzles, and I made my own cleaners, which is definitely an option you can do if you declutter them. Keep the bottles and just make your own all-natural cleaners. Number 10, the last item is your car. Now obviously this only applies if you have a car, but I tend to let my car be the gathering place for food wrappers. I bring granola bars to work with me a lot, and the granola bar wrappers always end up just sitting in my car and collecting. So I went through and kind of got all of those out. And any water bottles, I tend to leave my reusable water bottles in my car a lot and just like bring more out. So anything like that, old cords that maybe need to be brought in, whatever. The car is definitely somewhere you can also declutter. So those are the 10 things that I came up with that you can declutter right now. Make sure you head on over to Ashlynne's channel to check out another 10 things. Her 10 things are completely different from mine, so you're gonna have 20 in total. She's a really, really nice person, and she's been on YouTube for a while, and she's only at 3,000 subscribers. She does minimalism videos, she's got lots of declutter videos and things like that, so if that's what you guys are into, be sure to head on over to her channel. And if you haven't already, be sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you liked this video, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in my next video.